All right, so today we're diving into something kind of weird happening in the EV world, and it's all coming from the new 2026 JD Power EV ownership study. You've probably seen the headlines saying the market is cooling, but here's the paradox. The people who actually own electric cars, they've literally never been happier. I mean, think back to late 2025. The federal tax credits expired, and suddenly all the news was about a major slowdown in sales. It really had a lot of us asking this question. Is the whole EV dream kind of fizzling out? It felt like the party might be over. And yeah, to be fair, if you just looked at the sales charts, it looked pretty bad. Without those government incentives, sales growth definitely took a hit. You could almost hear the skeptics saying, "See, told you so, it was all just a fad." But that is not the whole story, not even close. Because while the sales charts were doing one thing, the actual owners were telling a totally different story. Get this. A jaw-dropping 96% of people who currently own a battery electric car say their next vehicle will be another one. 96%. That's not a cooling market. That's a fiercely loyal fan base. Okay, so let's break this down. What is going on here? Why are owners more satisfied than ever before? This isn't just some vague feeling. The data points to some really solid, real-world improvements that have completely changed the game. Let's start with the big one, public charging. For years, this was the #1 headache, right? The biggest worry. But just look at this chart. Satisfaction scores for charging availability have shot up by over 100 points. That's a massive leap. A huge part of that is Tesla opening up its supercharger network. That one move has made a world of difference. And it's not just about finding a plug either. The cars themselves are just getting so much better. The study found that premium EVs now have the fewest problems in the study's entire history. We're talking about fewer rattles and squeaks and driver assist tech that actually works the way it's supposed to. The little things that make a car great to live with every single day. So when you put it all together, you see the real picture. People already loved the core experience. That instant acceleration and the super quiet ride. But now, that's being backed up by better range, more reliable charging, and lower costs. Plus, and this is so cool, over-the-air updates that can literally make your car better while it's parked in the garage. All right, so which cars are really delivering? Let's check out the satisfaction scoreboard and see who's absolutely crushing it in 2026. And here they are. In the premium ring, the Tesla Model 3 is back on top, reclaiming its throne with an incredible score of 804 out of 1,000. And over in the mass market category, it's the Ford Mustang Mach-E leading the pack. Owners are raving about its infotainment, comfort, and reliability. That's a huge win for both of them. Now, this intense love for fully electric cars, well, it creates a pretty awkward situation for plug-in hybrids. The cars that were supposed to be the safe bridge to the future. This new data suggests that might have been a big miscalculation. And just so we're all on the same page real quick, a BEV is a battery electric vehicle. It's all electric, no gas engine. A PHEV is a plug-in hybrid, so it's got a battery for short trips, but also a gas engine for backup. The best of both worlds pitch. But check out what the data shows. There is a huge satisfaction gap. Full EV owners are just way happier than people who own plug-in hybrids. And a big reason for that? Cost. BEV owners get to say goodbye to oil changes and engine maintenance forever. PHEV owners, they're still stuck with both. And this quote from the study's analysis just nails it. It seems like once people get a taste of the pure electric life, a hybrid just feels like a messy compromise. You're still dealing with all the hassles of a gas car without getting the full, amazing experience of going all electric. So, if EV owners are this loyal and even hybrid owners are looking over with envy, what does that mean for the good old-fashioned gas-powered car? Well, let's just say a big, bright warning light is flashing on the dashboard. This is how people are starting to see them, not as the standard, but as the old, complicated, high-maintenance option. The beautiful simplicity of an EV, no oil changes, no spark plugs, no exhaust systems, is completely changing how we think about what it means to own a car. And get this, it's even shaking up the used car market. For years, everybody worried about EV batteries dying, but these high satisfaction scores are proving that these cars are built to last. The result? A 3-year-old used EV is now starting to look like a much smarter buy than a brand new gas car. 2026 is quickly becoming the year of the used EV. Okay, so what's next? What does the road ahead look like? Let's talk about what could either supercharge this trend or, maybe put the brakes on it. Well, the biggest tailwind, the thing that could push this forward, is price. If automakers can actually deliver on their promises of a $25,000 long-range EV, that changes everything. That could be the final domino to fall for mass adoption. But the headwind, the potential problem, is still the power grid. Imagine a massive summer heat wave in a place like Texas or California leads to charging restrictions. Yeah, that would definitely spoil the party. So when you step back and look at all this, it paints a really clear picture. The EV revolution isn't stalling out, it's maturing. It's building a foundation on something way stronger than subsidies, genuine owner satisfaction. Which leaves us with one last big thought. Maybe that cool down in 2025 wasn't the beginning of the end. Maybe it was just the market taking a deep breath before the biggest sprint in automotive history. Really makes you think. Thanks so much for diving into this with us, and we'll catch you on the next one.